and welcome to episode 25 of Desert Winds, where the characters are made up and the roles don't matter. I'm your DM, CosmicCandi, and last week the party met with the crew of the Raven's Tooth, helmed by Captain Teleri Seabreeze, a moon elf mercenary who generally was good people. Along with her first mate, Sorsha, they had food and merriment in light of destroying the Thayan vessel that they had come across, where it was revealed to the party that Teleri's crew had stolen a large tome that talked about history and prophecy of the world of Toril, where Faerun is located, and ways that the destiny of the world could be twisted for evil. So these prophecies were primarily dark and evil in nature, and Teleri had given the book to the party, saying that they could probably use it more than she could. The party's ultimate destination was the Mother of Mists Island, and they did arrive, but when they arrived, there were no people to be found there. One of the prophecies that they had seen, dun dun dun, one of the prophecies that they had read in the book was that the water would swallow them whole. And there were completely no signs of people. The party investigated a little bit, and on the beach they found this starfish that had sigils designed into it. No language spells or no attempts at deciphering that language worked. But while holding the starfish, it drew them under the water. They found a crevasse in the under the water, and it looked to be a city street. And as we ended, the party was being surrounded by merfolk. That is where we pick up this week. Let me just get a playlist ready real quick.
Also, I'm an octopus.
And also... I don't know, I'm an octopus. Best quote of the night. And actually, I don't know if I'm going to do this playlist or not.
Also, my stealth, I don't remember.
I don't believe so.
Octopus.
I know he said he was going to.
You do get advantage on stealth.
I know. Can I stealth?
Stealth octopus.
Unfortunately not. You guys have already been seen, and these merfolk, there's probably about 15 of them, are starting to circle in and close in around you.
Why would they close
They
it
do
around
have,
an octopus?
It's because of the artifact that you're holding. Because of the starfish that you are holding. They circle and gather towards you, corralling you into a very tight circle. There are several above and below you, so you can't try to swim away that direction. They do have tridents out, and they are pointed at you.
I call halfling nimbleness.
The
Work is going to take out a pearl and offer it to them.
While Adron is just staring at them with his arms crossed and a look on his face that says, "Really?"
Can I use my halfling nimbleness to get away? Come on. I can walk through my allies. I'll just walk past them, swim past them.
Yeah, unfortunately at this point, Striker, there are far too many of them, and you realize that any move that you make contrary to staying in place would very much endanger you. One of the merfolk steps, or not steps, but like swims forward just a bit, maneuvers himself forward just a bit.
It wiggles forward.
Trident still out. Wiggles forward, whatever. He moves forward, and Trident still out, and looking back and forth between the various members of the party. State your business. What are you doing here?
We are trying to save the world. There will be no harm and no theft. Just let us be. We'll let you be. It's all good.
And how did you come across that starfish?
It was on the beach. If it is yours, we will gladly return it.
If I had eyes, I would.
The starfish has not been seen for many years. The starfish has not been seen for many years. If the starfish has appeared, then we are at great danger.
A danger that we hope to prevent.
We saw the city of crumble. What is left?
Only the sand.
And you swear that you mean no harm?
I so swear.
The person, the merfolk looks to his compatriots and he nods and lowers his spear. Then I would that you would follow me. And he tucks his arms back and starts kicking powerfully with his tail, leading you towards the center of the crevasse. The city is basically carved into the crevasse. Stonework, columns, pillars, very intricately carved. And you can see like shops set up, or what you would assume to be shops set up. There are no lights inside the shops that you can tell, but the entire place is very dimly lit with those bioluminescent jellyfish and other bioluminescent sources. As you get towards the center of the city, the merfolk city, the other merfolk soldiers, they split off, leaving the leader of this group and another with you. And he posts up at a doorway and gestures, "Please, enter here."
I nod and slowly enter, and I'm going to do as many perception checks as it takes to find every nook and cranny in the room that he's putting us in.
I'm
Okay,
going
go ahead.
to help a drawn look. I'm just gonna, like, scout the area, check for secret doors, that kind of shenanigans.
I'm going last through the door. I'm making sure everybody else gets in.
So what you notice drawn on is that this looks like a civic center of some sort. Even more opulent than what you were seeing on the outside. This it's carved directly into the crevasse, and it just continues to go back for as far as your eye can see. There's a grand hallway as you come in with columns, various statues, and things like that set into place. There's artwork, and from what you can tell from the artwork, it's actually made out of various like plant life, like it was actually grown into position.
I would like to see if there's any magical nature to any of the construction or any of the stuff that they've gotten here.
No, it actually is all hand hewn.
Okay.
The guard captain looks to you all. As I said before, it's been many years since the starfish has been seen. If the starfish is appearing, then, as I said, great trouble lies ahead. And it is of the utmost importance that I take you to the Grand Seer. Please follow me.
Okay, we follow.
I
He-
grab Ash and I'm like, I grab Luke and I say, "Come on, we're
Luke.
going to see the Grand Seer."
All right, I'll be there. Like, stuff. Hi.
We're off to see the seer, the wonderful seer of the waters.
We're still swimming, right?
Yes.
I'm
Good.
assuming we're using those rings.
Yeah, the rings of water breathing.
Bling. In a sec.
So he leads you to a large set of double doors further into the hall, and they're actually made out of coral. Like they've grown this coral into shape, and he pulls open the first large door, and he hollers in, "Landsiders, with the Oracle Grand Seer." And walking into the room, you see another merfolk, but she looks a fair amount different than the merfolk that you had seen previously. Once again, there is an arrow in the picture because I win at cropping pictures. So you see this woman, and she's sitting on basically a throne, again constructed out of coral and decorated with various plants. Small fish swim around it. They're swimming around inside the chamber as well. You notice that there's very small openings for the fish to come in and out. The fish they don't consider a threat, but people they do. and she motions her hand towards you. Please, come.
I swim up to the foot of wherever she's seated and remain standing.
Well, as standing as you can be.
Torin kind of seeing a more like angelic way of the whole thing will actually like an attempt to like bow the best he can.
Orc will awkwardly
Oh.
try to fly in the water over and then kind of tuck his wings in and look a little frazzled.
Okay, you're getting
I'm
better at
still
it,
an
but it's
octopus.
still not. It's still not comfortable for you.
I octopus swish myself up right next to Adron, holding the I guess it's called the Oracle or whatever.
Right. Welcome to our city. I am Grand Seer Osira. Please, bring the Oracle to me.
I hand her the Oracle.
She takes the Oracle and looks at it. And you can see her turning the Oracle in her hands. And as she's holding it, the yellow light that these glyphs have been giving off glow brighter. And you can see her eyes go wide. Oh, there is great evil intertwined with your destiny, I'm afraid. And I fear that that great evil is inextricably intertwined with your destiny. Although it's clouded, I cannot see the nature of it. All I know is that you walk a dark path.
A path we hope to bring the light to.
Is she referring to all of us?
Yes, the entire party.
There
Can I
are...
get a sense? Sorry, you go.
No, go ahead.
Can I get a sense to see if they actually think I'm an actual octopus or not? Or did they know?
Yeah,
I'm a
you can
druid?
roll insight.
Yay. Sorry, just something I need to know. Oop.
You're
What?
the best
That didn't
damn
roll.
octopus.
Wait, did it roll? Yeah, it did. Cool.
Yeah.
My
And it looks like
octopus
Torin
insight.
copied his 364 in.
No, that was my fault. I accidentally
That
clicked it.
was him. I didn't do anything.
No, I clicked it by accident.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, you get the sense that whether you're an actual octopus or not, they don't really care.
Of course. That's fine. I'll stay an octopus.
So I say to the Oracle, or not to the Oracle, but to the Seer, because she's holding the Oracle. No, so I say
He's
to the
holding the
Seer,
Oracle, yes.
I say to the Seer, there are elemental stones that support life within the planet. We are seeking these stones so we can return them to where they belong to continue the process of life, so that we may survive, so that all life can survive. If you...
Ah, very well. Then you seek the shard.
It goes by many names, yes.
We have heard legend of the shard, but we know not where it resides. Perhaps the evil that is clouding your destinies is also clouding the shard.
These would not be unexpected. Do you have any legends on where the shard may have once been?
There is tale of a visitor from above that arrived here and spent some time with our people. But he left after several days and was never seen or heard from again. His purpose was not made clear, but he was made a friend of our folk. While he was here, he asked for privacy, as he reported that he had a quest that he was going on. A quest given to him by the gods. And we did not interfere. So sadly, I cannot give you any more information than that.
Could you perhaps allow us to see where he stayed? Perhaps he left some notes or something that we could follow him with.
I will have Rhea guide you to where he stayed.
I bow my head. Many thanks. And I turn to see who swims forward to lead us.
It's actually the captain of the guard.
Excellent. Anybody have anything else they want to say to her before we move forward?
Yes. But I can't.
You're an octopus. Oh, wait.
Okay, I'm done with that now.
Meaning what? You transform back into a dragonborn?
No, that would be bad. That'd be bad on a lot of fronts. I don't think I can activate my ring of water breathing while being a dragonborn underwater. You have to speak a word.
You could do it telepathically while you're an octopus. You could do it telepathically. And then it creates a bubble of air around your head.
Yeah.
That you can use to speak and everything, so you could actually activate it.
No, I know, but I don't think Leonis knows that.
You would have had time to attune to it.
Okay, I'm still staying as an
You
octopus.
would know how it works.
Okay. So where are we being? We're being led to a room.
So before we leave the, I guess, audience chamber, I'm going to, swim / fly up to the, here and, give her the pearl. Say, thank you for your help.
She waves her hand at you.
That is not necessary, though your gratitude is appreciated. If you are
Okay.
here to save the world, as you say, then we are more than happy to help.
We are, and we'll make sure to do a good job.
She chuckles and nods.
Ria will show you the way,
And she points. She actually gestures with a sweeping motion with her hand, back out towards the front door.
So we follow.
Ria leads you through the city, and actually he leads you through several tunnels that are actually interconnected with this grand hallway.
So as we're going, as we're going, I'm paying particular attention to Quirk and how he's flying through the water and all that. And I'm going to work in my head on how he might better be able to use his wings underwater. Because, martial arts, it's all about movement and that sort of thing, so I figure it might apply.
Okay.
And so, maybe when I get a chance a little bit later to talk with him to, maybe make some suggestions if I can figure it out.
Okay. Make let's make an insight check.
Insight? Yeah.
Okay, so Adron, given as you're watching Quirk, you notice that when he's trying to fly underwater, he's spreading the fingers of his wingtip as he would if he were in air. You notice that if he would close his wingtips, and if he would use his wings more angled into the water, more of an angular stroke, he would be able to move more efficiently.
Okay, how long is the actual travel to the room that they're taking us to?
He walks you through a good portion of the city. Probably takes you about 10 to 15 minutes to get from the grand chamber to where this person stayed.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess it's probably in the last 5 minutes or so that I get that little bit of inspiration, and so I relay that to Quirk. Sort of more of a paddling motion, but yeah.
I can use all the help I can get. I'm really not good with this water thing.
That is okay. You're a bird, not a fish. It's understandable. I only notice because I have to be aware of how I move when I fight, and so I pay attention to how others move as well to see if maybe I can learn something.
That's good to know.
You're doing quite well. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
So Captain Ria finally stops at this room, and he opens it up for you.
We have not had a visitor here in many years. This room does still get used from time to time. So I'm not sure what, if anything, you'll find, but you're welcome to it. I would ask that you show me first, so that I may bring it to the seer's attention. But again, we're here to aid you, however you may see fit.
Understand. I am counting on the fact that this individual wanted privacy and secrecy and perhaps hid something. Him being from the surface, I'm hoping that his thoughts and our thoughts are similar. That perhaps we may find something that has been overlooked by those who frequent here more often.
I understand, and again, we're here to aid you however you see fit. But please, I will be right outside, and you can conduct any search that you can fit.
Many things. And with that, I turn to start investigating.
Okay. Everybody that is actively investigating the room, you can roll investigation. If you're just kind of passively looking around, that's your perception.
I will roll investigation.
Are there any guards around us currently?
Just Riyah, but he's outside the door. This
I
room.
rolled a 17 for investigation.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
I rolled an
Okay.
expertise in investigation, suckers. So I rolled a natural 1, and then I was like, fuck, halfling. And then I rolled a 10.
Okay. So a 17 with investigation. There's this room is set up, and it's kind of interesting. The bed actually has anemones on it. Living anemones. And there's some other furniture set up, again made out of coral, that is in the room, and it's not like a desk, but that would be the closest thing to it. And as you're looking around, Striker, you reach into this piece of furniture. You reach into it and just kind of feeling around, and your fingers come across what is what feels to you like a piece of paper, extremely wet paper.
Okay. I take it. If it's wet, does it still have like writing on it? Like, is it smudged or whatever?
Surprisingly, it does still have writing on it.
Things that I understand or not? Probably not.
It's written in a very ornate script, and it says, "My journey reaches its end. While I am not pleased that I had to go on this journey, I understand it. The gods' will is above all, and I am but their humble servant. I only pray that when the time comes, Toril will have the wisdom to save themselves."
So it's just common?
It's in common, yeah.
I'm gonna make an insight check on the script and the wording. Was this guy an elf?
You can't incite paper, isn't it? Technically for like
No, I'm
body
inciting.
language and things.
I'm inciting his specific choice in lettering, his actual handwriting, and his word choice.
I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
it's insight on language.
Handwriting
instead of-
analysis. It's acceptable. I will allow insight for it. Don't pee in his Kool-Aid, you guys. Come on, be nice.
I'm just.
So I understand, but it's a mechanic. It'll work. I can play with it. I let you guys do crazy shit. I can translate it. So you do not get the sense that he is actually Elven from this script and his word choice.
In that case, I just think he's full of himself.
I think we should show this to the seer. Maybe she'll know where it came from. I don't know.
I cannot help but wonder if perhaps there is something more.
Well, I don't know. This is the only thing I found.
I'm going to stand back and scan the room. Seeing
Like
if
I looked really, really hard, guys.
you did
I'm
much
going-
better than I did. I must admit.
Going to look around for any symbols or anything of an arcane nature.
Nothing. Yeah, the only thing of note that you find is this journal entry.
I guess it is back to the seer then.
Wait,
Before
do I know? Sorry, I just wanted to know. Do I know that it's part of a book, or, I mean, can I tell?
It's very clearly an excerpt. Like it was written into a journal and then ripped out for some reason.
Okay, so then would it be a safe assumption to be like, well, it looks like there should be more to this. Maybe we should see if it's been misplaced or keep looking. I don't know. Should we keep looking?
Is there anything? I mean, do we really think anything else is going to be here?
I don't.
Okay, so we might as well report to the seer.
So I don't have divination magics, but some of those might be able to be used with this since we know it belonged to him. Crack through it.
Would that lead us to him or to where he's been?
So it might lead us to the rest of the journal, or it might lead us to wherever he ended up. And I mean, it sounds like he's preparing to kind of end his life in this area, wherever he's going, right? So
I did not take that meaning from it, but I suppose it is possible. I thought he was simply saying, okay, I'm done, I can go home. But
Wow, that went dark really quickly.
Oh,
it
I think
really
we
did.
should
Okay.
ask the seer. We should ask the seer.
Quirk is actually closer than you might expect.
I don't know that.
it is now, looking at it in that light, now that Quirk has brought it up. Oh.
Dude, why you gotta be like that?
It is definitely something that we need to speak to the seer about. Perhaps she can guide us to where he came to rest, if that is the case.
I pull Luke aside and I tell him, "Hey, dude, you should do that thing where you can tell if there's stuff in the area."
I would like to do that thing.
What's that thing?
What is that thing?
You would like to do that thing with that stuff? Are you
No.
talking about primeval awareness?
Yes, but Striker doesn't necessarily know that, like, in depth. I'm trying to role play, you know.
But yeah, but keep in mind
newbie
Luke is
ranger,
also a
but
new
yeah.
player. Keep in mind Luke is also
Yeah.
a new player. So
Oh,
primeval
right.
awareness, Luke, is what Stryker is referring to, that will allow you to detect certain types of creatures to see if they're nearby.
I think you should check for undead. Zombie dead dude.
Okay, how do I go about doing that?
It should be in your abilities section. You can pull up the entry on it.
You not right now. Well, we're going to go talk to the seer and see if what she thinks, and then maybe we could check for undead things. I don't know how to do that yet, so, but we could probably do that and see if he's undead and still around.
Considering we have the Stone of Life and Death, I don't think undead would necessarily work in this particular case. Because, if I'm not mistaken, we're after the Stone of Water. I don't know if that has the ability to bestow life upon, or unlife upon a corpse.
But he could just be undead for other reasons. You never know. Better safe
True.
than sorry.
Like, I could also be looking for aberrations, celestials, elementals, dragons, fae, fiends, or undead. So it's not limited to undead.
Right. You can basically choose to look for everything.
Well, one category at a time.
Yes, but if Luke says, "Hey, I'm gonna look for everything," it's understood. Yeah, maybe one at a time, but just going through the list.
But each use of primeval awareness takes one spell slot.
I did not know that.
One-
Yep,
I
yep,
missed
it's
one
an
spell
action
slot.
and a spell slot.
So each level of the spell slot you use, I forget what the thing is. I should look that up.
It's 1 minute per spell slot. The spell slot.
And still out to a mile radius.
In any case, if we figured out what happened to this guy, then maybe we could look and double check, see what we're up against. Maybe. It's just a thought.
Very good idea.
I'm just kind of bobbing near Quark at this point. Just like I want to go.
Because I remember we were talking about this. You were teaching me ranger stuff.
Yeah, we were talking about this.
Guys, I just shared the journal entry, which is paraphrased from what I originally said. I'll go back and watch the VOD and make it more accurate. That's the gist, at least.
Where did you share it?
It's in notes,
Oh.
listed as journal entry keeper of the stones.
Okay, so that was Stryker's little.
Right, that was the note
Burst of
that. And
genius.
Stryker, if you wanna copy it into your inventory, actually, let me do that for you here.
Okay, so for clarification, do you want me to do that now or after we've talked to the
We
the
should
what's it
probably
called?
go see the seer first. And That was just me remembering that you could do that.
All right, I'll wait to do it then.
Okay.
Can I be informed right before we leave?
Say again,
Do I even
be honest.
know he was an octopus?
Yes, you were with us.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
want to know right before we, as people are leaving. I just want to know when that happens.
Okay.
And
So
we're leaving.
Are we leaving?
Yo, there's nothing here. I checked.
Okay. As we're leaving, I transform back in. Right before I transform, I activate my ring of water breathing. Then I transform back into Neonis,
Okay.
and then I just swim out like nothing ever happened.
Here's another question, Leonis. How long are you able to stay in form again? Isn't it like a number of hours equal to your class level or something?
Looking it up now. I'm pretty sure right now I'm pretty sure it's 2 hours because I'm level 5.
Combat wild shape, standard wild shape.
You revert to your normal form. Pretty sure it's 2 hours right now. Yeah, you can stay in beast shape for a number of hours equal to half your druid level rounded down. I'm level 5.
Okay. Okay.
So it's 2.
So 2.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't 2 hours.
Yeah. I was just double checking. Because I forgot whether it was hours or minutes. When you transform back into Dragonborn form, Captain Riyadh does not seem to. He doesn't seem to be startled or shocked at the fact at all.
Well, I made sure I did. I made sure I did it with no one else. Because you said there was no one else in the room other than us. So I did it while we were in. And then I just kind of swim out as Dragonborn. Like an octopus went in and Dragonborn came in. Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so you guys head back to the Grand Seer. And what do you do from there?
Well, as Stryker has the note, I let her do the talking this time.
I go up to the seer and kind of bow and I go, excuse me, I have something I'd like to show you.
She nods at you and...
Very well, go ahead then.
And then I hand her the piece of paper. I found this behind some furniture, and we have no clue what to do about this. So I thought that it would be best to show you.
She looks at the journal entry, reads it over.
It seems as though our visitor was on a quest, but it may have been a reluctant quest. And whatever his quest may be, I cannot say for certain. But whatever his quest may have been, he was nearing its completion while he was here. So it is very possible that what you seek is around.
I speak up and I say, I think I might know what is going on.
Do you know if this visitor was hostile or evil?
Oh no, very much the contrary. As I said before, he asked for refuge for a number of, I guess you call them days, and he only asked for his privacy while he was here. And, wherever possible, we left him to be on his own.
Torin kind of swims forward and like takes like a small bow before raising his head and says, "You wouldn't happen to know the name Toril, would you?"
The name is what you Upworlders call our world.
So we are in Toril at the moment.
Adron leans over. Toril is the name of the entire planet.
See, I feel like Torin would have known that, but I didn't.
It's all good.
We can retcon that.
No, it's cool. She doesn't mind telling you. I don't mind telling you in character.
Okay, so this visitor of yours, do you think he was after what we're after now?
That's what I think.
I'm thinking that he was here to place this stone.
Yeah, I think that this is the last stone he needed to not dispose of, but place where it needed to be. This was his last stop, and this was written right before he put it wherever he needed to put it. He was compelled by the gods to distribute the stones, and he did. This was the last one.
Okay. So then this city this city is where we need to be looking?
Wherever he put the stone, it's got to be somewhere that he could have reached and gotten back within a short period of time. I kind of look up to, oh my god, whatever their name is,
Osira.
and I say, were there ever any extended periods of time that your visitor was gone from, like couple what we would call days that he would be gone, and then he came back at some point?
Once he left, adventurers, he did not return.
Did he ever leave and come back before that?
No.
Okay. I do not believe that he put the stone somewhere while he was here. He stayed here for a couple of days and then set off to find the final resting place of where he wanted it to be, wherever that was supposed to be.
Quirk comes forward. Says, you're a seeker, or a seer, right?
Indeed I am.
Does that mean that you have divination magic?
I can see the weave of the world, although the answers that it gives me are often veiled in secrets.
Would you be able to use this journal entry as a focus to find the person who wrote it?
she looks at you, and she's still holding the journal entry. She closes her eyes briefly. Then her eyes open, and they glow bright yellow, similar to the way that the starfish was glowing.
The item you seek is nearby, wrongly in the hands of another.
Can you discern what kind of another this is?
Her eyes go clear as soon as she says, it's in the hands of another. Her eyes go clear again, actually turning black, returning back to their original form. And she shakes her head.
I am sorry, no, but I get the distinct impression that you will know when you find this person.
Is it humanoid? Were you able to tell?
All I sensed was great power.
Okay. Thank you.
Did she say what direction? Like, which way to go?
I thought I heard.
She hands you back the starfish.
For the time being, this oracle is tied to your fates. When it ceases its purpose, it will go dim. It will guide you.
May I see it, please?
She hands it back.
Do I feel a certain tug from any particular direction?
It's very faint, but you are feeling a tug past the crevasse. Like, you guys were coming in from, just for brevity's sake, you were coming in from the south. You're feeling the tug towards the north, but it's not as strong initially as what you were getting, leading you down under the water.
We will have to leave this place after some time, and we will need to follow where this oracle leads us. And I look back up to her, and I say, will you grant us safe passage to these waters as we try to figure out what is going on and try to restore the world the way it needs to be?
She pulls a clam nearby, and she touches and rubs the top of the clam, and it opens up, and inside you can see that it's the inside is actually black, but there's a pearl inside that's white. And she taps the pearl a couple of times, and from that there emanates a large pulse, from the center of her. It doesn't hurt you guys at all, but there's a giant thrum, and this pulse just emanates out.
You have my blessing, travelers.
Thank
While
you.
you are within our city, my people will not wish you harm, will not harm you, unless you act against us.
Thank you.
Torin bows again.
I bow as well and turn to start leaving.
I bow as well, and thank her.
She,
And
as you guys are turning to walk out, um, she does speak up again.
And remember, travelers, be wary of the evil in your midst.
is it a specific? It's just a general evil, DM. She doesn't give specifics.
She does not give specifics. She
Okay.
mentioned again when the oracle was, while she was reading the oracle, that your fates are intertwined with evil, but that she couldn't discern where or how this evil was manifesting itself.
Yes, but now that she has said in our midst, John's starting to get, kind of side-eyeing the entire party.
Don't side-eye the dragon, my dragonborn. He's a freaking cleric, for cripe's sake.
There's even clerics.
There are evil everything. So, anyway, when she says that, I kind of like raised one of my like I don't have eyebrows, but like they're called eyebrows for me.
Your brow
Eye
ridges.
ridges, yeah.
Yeah, my eye ridges. I just one of them, and I just look at her like, what? And then I turn to leave. Well, I start swimming.
Do I catch the side eye from Adron?
You are one of the only two people that the side-eye is not aimed at.
Okay, so Striker kind of chills with Luke, and then kind of keep going.
Okay. At this point, what are you guys doing? Are you following the oracle?
I assume I swim out front, and once we get outside the chamber, I want to like gather everybody together and discuss what we're about to do.
I'm curious, how long do these rings last?
Until we
That
turn
was
them
the
off.
question I was gonna bring up.
Until we turn them off? Wow, that's powerful.
That's
It's considered a simple enchantment, so normally it doesn't take much energy to maintain. I should normally being the operative word.
So once we all get outside, I just try gather the seven of us around. So are we all on the same page? Quite literally in this case.
I would believe so.
I can't say. Oh, continue.
It is quite worrying that she chose that specific phrase within our midst when referring to the evil.
That was what I was worried about as well. But right now we don't have a chance to not trust each other.
Oh no, I did not mean to imply that. However, it is possibly something that is tagging along with us.
You mean like that stone in your pocket?
Da.
Well, right now we don't have a chance to go stash it back on the ship. We have to continue moving. I say that once we start moving and we figure out exactly a direction, we start moving, we reconvene again and figure out if this stone could mean us harm in some way.
Whether it can or not, we really should not be leaving it unattended anyway. If it means some sort of harm to whatever's around, then it might mean trouble if we just leave it alone.
Agreed.
Are we all ready then?
Yeah, sure.
I'll take the lead then. And I start swimming off, like,
Uh,
whatever way it gets. Oh.
Guys, we are in a city here. Might we want to get provisions before we head out?
To be honest, Quirk, I don't even know if they would have any provisions for us, since we live in an entirely different culture.
I'm personally fine